Hi, my name is Genevieve Ross, and I am your Saturday Fictionista. So this week we've been, discussing what piece of advice have we been given about like a piece of our writing that we decided not to follow. Well, I'm sure like you, I've been given lots of advice that I've chosen not to follow, but I've also been given lots of advice I have chosen to follow. And it's actually sometimes very difficult to decide when you should and when you shouldn't. Uh, Writing is already, a very personal thing. I mean, as Hemingway said, you are bleeding onto the page. And so when someone says, why did you write that? You should really come at it from a different angle or change it. Like you really start to have even more self doubt. Like, oh my gosh, maybe I should. But, then it's like, well, is that changing your voice? Is that taking away really the story you're trying to do? Because that's just one person's opinion. It doesn't mean that's what the masses will think. And so that is a hard decision to make what to do in that time. And I think Stephen King talked about that, I believe, in like if, five people or 10 people all tell you a different thing about, a question you have about your writing, then don't change it. But if they all tell you to change it, then maybe you should consider it. And I thought that was probably some really good advice because in the end, it's really, what you want. It's your writing. So anyway, back to my advice. I decided not to ignore this time. So with my current novel that should be debuting this fall, it's Every Telling of Rumpelstiltskin. And in my first draft, I kind of had it more romantic and mushy and everything, and it was just not working. And so I decided, with some advice, which I really appreciate, like maybe to get rid of some of the romance and make it a little bit more uh, creepy and it actually worked better because I mean you are dealing with someone trying to take someone's firstborn child. That doesn't really help romantic sentiment. So that was good advice, and I did that, and it really blossomed. It was really becoming kind of what I was envisioning and what I was wanting. So now on revision 3, I let an editor look at it and they liked it, except they told me, "Wow, you need more romance. Like you need to make these people like laugh and joke with each other and really, show these nice little moments." And I just wanted to do a head desk because that was basically describing my first draft, which I already knew was seriously creepy that way. So I thought it was funny that they should make that recommendation. And so I decided to ignore it. I did not take that advice, and I'm actually very happy that I did not. So with my test readers now, because it's in that stage, they all are agreeing that that was not the right choice to make. That it was good that I did not put that romance, that fluffy romance into it, I should say, because there is some element, but not fluffy, happy, joking type of romance. So yeah, so that was the advice I chose to ignore. I hope you agree with me when you read it. And again, when it comes to you choosing about advice, you have to, like, as cliche as it is, follow your own heart and really try to get as many people's opinions as you can. And again, just remember what you want from it, because only you know. And it's good to consider, as Stephen King recommended, but don't just keep changing it based on each person's opinion because you can never make everyone happy. And what matters is if it makes you happy. So that's my 2 cents of advice for today. And until next week, I'm Genevieve Ross. Bye.